What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. We got Rob in the house.
How's it going? How's it going?
There you go. Not bad, not bad. We got a bunch to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about the drop from today. We're going to talk about a future drop coming up, a new collectible being released. They kind of teased us on Twitter. And we're going to get into a big topic, as you can tell by the title. We're going to be talking about stacking versus buying a grail. What's the better option? We have a couple of examples. We have the ecomi wiki details, and we have some charting just to show what we think about it. But anyway, how'd the drop go for you today?
Didn't get it yet again.
I also didn't get it. I was in the car, actually, passenger. Tried to get it, and this was the fastest I ever got rejected. I got rejected hard, but I ended up managing to pull this cover right here for about $68, 68 gems, and that for me was a good basis for MCP points. So I said I might as well pull the trigger, and I haven't seen it back down there, but maybe I'll pull back again and I get another one.
those rares have all performed pretty well since we made that video.
Yeah, they have, and I think that this one's being slept on. I think it's also one of the nicest rare comics. I mean, it's not the colored version, but I like the Spiderman being attacked by spiders. Pretty sweet. But yeah, the other ones, they've been dropping a little bit, the other rare comics, but they haven't caught up, the other Kraven's last hunts. So I think maybe there's some opportunity there for MCP points in the next couple of days when people forget about them, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see if it's worth it. I have a couple things I'm trying to sell off. Might flip it into a couple of these for some more MCP points. I'm trying to stack it. I'm going all in on that strategy. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Our MCP strategy. Anyway, tomorrow's drop, the number 5 of 6. Pretty cool covers. I mean, nothing too crazy.
Spiderman.
Secret Rare is pretty cool. With the guy's head in the front there. But part 5 of 6, we're almost done this. I feel like this has been a really long week. I don't know about you, because the drops have been impossible. It's
been a long week of missing them too.
Yeah, the drops have been impossible. Everything was boosted at the beginning of the week. Things came back a little bit today, I feel like, in the aftermarket. So something reasonable at least, especially with all the flooding of the comics. I would have thought it would have been like a lot cheaper, but people have been holding their comics, I guess. Again, $6.99, same price, same comic numbers. Pause it if you want to check that out. But yeah, so that's tomorrow's drop. What's your favorite cover out of all these?
We're gonna take the secret rare.
I think so. Me too. But again, if I can get a rare or above, I'll be very happy boy. Anyway, on to the next thing. There was an update. If you logged into your account, you saw an update today. And basically, what was the purpose of the update, Rob?
Well, they changed the auction. I've actually won an auction before, and I hated that they were 3 days. I always wanted to go to those auctions and try to snipe one, because I got cheaper price. I bought Marvel Comics #1 through an auction. So I think this was a great change that they absolutely needed to do. Bring it down to a 12-hour window.
It's less time now, so that's a good thing. I mean, I haven't even really used the auction just because I don't want to wait that long.
3 days, like you would go on them and you see 3 days right down the board. It's like by that point I've moved on.
You need more of them ending at the same time so that there's some kind of competition in terms of like maybe somebody misses something. I don't know. If it's so far away, they're gonna all get priced into market anyways. I feel like. I know you got one lower, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like something that interests me. The other thing is I saw this right before we filmed. Actually, Batman versus Killer Croc coming Sunday, January 23rd at 8 a.m. So
I want that.
We're going straight into another drop. It's almost like daily drops now. This is going to be like the 9th drop in a row.
Yeah.
And this looks pretty sweet. Blue Batman.
That does look pretty sweet.
You got blue Batman with the gray suit and the blue tights. The wings are epic on this. I mean, absolutely epic. And then you got Killer Croc just getting his foot right in the face.
This is a nice collectible. This is just
looks
aesthetics.
Nice. This looks
pure
nice.
aesthetics on this one.
How does it work when you've already had a FA Batman, but you haven't had a FA Killer Croc? Did they put the FA tag? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. We'll find out.
I think they might put a FE because it's like the first edition, maybe, battle statue.
First edition of Batman beat him up.
This is actually like the first battle scene. I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen two collectibles or two characters in one collectible because we obviously have the partner statue, but I think there might be a couple other ones. But
I got lucky with Invisible Woman. Let's see if we get lucky with this one.
Yeah, it's nice to have another DC on the app too. I mean, Marvel's been taking over. It seems like recently.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Okay, I guess I don't know. Should we share your screen or should we?
I think we should start off with yours, and then we can flip to
Okay,
mine.
all right. So this is basically a comparison chart where we want to see, was it better at inception to buy X amount of commons or one secret rare versus the pricing now and the pricing in December. So you draw your own conclusions from this. I think that there's not only one answer,
Yeah,
depending on what you think, what you value. But this is just for information purposes. So basically, I'll give you the inception prices, or what should we? How should we represent this? I'll give them
yeah,
the common.
sure. And then
Uh,
we'll bring up the secret rare.
Yeah, we'll do it like this, and then I'll pull up Rob's screen and we'll show the charts. So this is basically Marvel comic number one, the common. At inception, they were listed on the market for $76. That's what
Yep.
ecomi Wiki is saying. By December 1st, they went up to, this is 2021, they went up to $93, which would have returned you about 22%. And then today they're $580, which is like 763%.
Pretty good.
So
Pretty good
very good
return.
return. Now we all know that Marvel Secret Rare is one of the most prime possessions that people want on this app. It's one of very few like super grails, I think
And
you
it's a
could put it
cult,
into. And it's a cult because there's not many of them, right?
right?
So how much was it when it first dropped? You guys might be surprised. You were right off the drop, the pricing $26,000 is what ecomi Wiki says.
Crazy,
So
crazy.
they knew the scarcity of this when it first dropped, and there wasn't even that many users. Then by December 1st, it had risen 10 grand. So if you owned it from inception, if you didn't get on the drop and you bought one in the aftermarket, you got 10 grand profits by December 1st, and you're looking good. You're at 37% profit, so better than the common by
Amazing,
December 1st. And
amazing.
today we sit at around 67,000. I think that's dropped a little bit from all-time highs, but
Yeah.
67,000, that puts us at 252%. So
So
this is
that's
obviously not going to happen where you buy $26,000 worth of Marvel Comic 1 common, but it's just an analogy to say if you owned $26,000 of commons that increased at this rate versus one secret rare from inception on the aftermarket, you are better off owning the commons.
I think you got to be a little bit selective, but
Yeah.
that's the point because obviously, if you wanted to go and buy the equivalent amount of money of commons as the secret rares, you're going to change the whole floor price. You're going to buy up so much that you're going to erode away your returns. But that doesn't mean you can't stack them up over time. It also doesn't mean you can't spread it out amongst multiple different collectibles.
Yeah.
So maybe you buy 10 of the common Marvel Comics number one. You're not going to change the floor that much. Then you go buy 10 of another one that has a lot of opportunity. I
Yeah.
mean,
So are we certain that this was the inception date? Because I remember hearing some people saying that they were getting Marvel comics for like $3.
well, pull it over to my screen. I have it. I
Yeah.
have it
Okay.
open here from a Ecomi Wiki, right?
Let's
I
see.
am
So
sure
maybe
right.
I
Yeah,
don't think
probably.
it came out that date though. But whatever. This is just giving you an idea from
Yeah, the
October,
October 18th.
whatever. So the earliest that we can go back. This is maybe not inception. This is like earliest reported.
Yeah, earliest reported. Whatever
Let's
Ecomi
change,
Wiki has, we can
which
use.
is which doesn't matter because it's still time based. So it's still based on the same scale, right?
Yeah,
So I really think that that's not the inception date. But anyway,
it's
okay,
still a multiple month return. Like, let's realistically, anyone watching this video right now, even if they could go back to the inception date, they can't. There's going to be new drops which
yeah,
are like the inception date, but you might want to buy. You might be making this not when a collectible first comes out. You're probably going to be making it sometime down the line, anyways. So this is a
mm-hmm.
return from October.
Yeah,
You've seen how the market has changed over time, and it looks like it was actually the common. If you
yeah,
own commons with potential, you would have
yeah,
actually beaten the same amount of money as owning that secret rare.
yeah,
So there's another benefit that we haven't mentioned yet. It's the liquidity, which
yeah.
is
That's true.
if you stack, now all of a sudden you have the option to maybe sell one or two of them off. So the pullback recently in the market, I haven't confirmed this, but I heard that it was actually a rumor on Twitter going around about Pokemon being confirmed, which it was not.
Yeah.
And what I read was that that was enough for the market to take that pullback over the last, I would say, day or two even.
Yeah.
That rumor was enough to pull it back. That just shows you how sensitive the
The
market
secret
can be.
rares, especially the secret rares and
Yeah,
whatever, because you only have one of them. So like if you
yeah,
need to get some gems, it's harder. You have to time it a little bit more perfectly when you have a bunch of collectibles. Like if I pull over my screen again quickly, I changed this to earliest recorded just because I don't think that's inception date.
yeah,
If I unhighlight this one, you would have needed 350 commons at $76, which
yeah.
might be possible if this wasn't inception date. Now that I think about it, because
Right,
there's like 48,000 commons, so
right.
350 is not crazy, and equals to one of these, and you would be laughing. You would be 500% more on your
Yeah,
investment.
yeah.
So I think it's something to think about. I mean, do you really want the one grail? I get it's a show off piece, but you're losing 500% here. It's
Right,
like,
and we don't know if this trend will continue forever. We can
yeah,
speculate that groups of commons are gonna eventually outperform the secret rares based only on the data that we're seeing right now, because the data that we're
yeah,
seeing right now is showing us that,
yeah. So
right?
yeah, I don't know. You want to show them? I guess you had pulled up Marvel Comic One Secret Rare. Just pull up the common,
I
just
pulled up the
to
comment right here. You can flip it back over. I
show
got the
our
comment up.
data. So
Yeah,
here you go. There's the 580. Actually, it dropped a little bit since you, but
yeah,
whatever. It's still over 700%.
right.
And the beginning earliest recorded is beginning October there.
Yeah,
So not bad, not
not
bad
bad
at
at all.
all. Okay, let's pull back here. I'll go into the next one, which I think a lot of you want to see is Common Spider-Man and Secret Rare Spider-Man, another grail, right? Another grail. So earliest recorded date on the ecomi wiki has that the common at $95. December 1st, it was 238, and today when we recorded this, it was 1050. So
Yeah,
the next one is the Secret Rare, and as of the earliest recorded date, we had 9,200 on that same date, and 17,000 on December 1st. So you were better off with commons in this case. And then even going towards today's date, 75,000 for the secret rare and the commons 1,000, you're 300% better.
isn't that incredible?
And this is a grail. People want the secret rare. Everyone's talking secret rare Spider-Man, secret rare Spider-Man. Give me how many commons? How many
Yeah,
commons? How many commons do I need? Because the return is 97 commons, and you're laughing.
yeah. Like
300% more.
there's a lot of benefit. Don't get me wrong, in
Yeah.
having a low mid number, but it's just a lot more sensitive, right? Like
Yeah.
we saw Spider-Man drop from 100 grand down to 75 over a rumor. And another thing is, even if a cult forms, you never know at this point. It's still so early
Yeah.
that you might not have a committed cult. Like,
Who's going to be the Judas? Who's going to backstab and take the money
yeah,
and run kind of thing, right?
is it possible that maybe 20 of them will say, you know what, the future can change. We don't know what's going to come out this year. Maybe there's a change in direction, and they
Yeah.
say, "Man, we got these amazing Spider-Mans. We promised not to sell them for less than this floor, but if we don't tell the others and we just make that sale,
There's a lot of
maybe we."
strangers. You're trusting a lot of strangers in that type of a situation.
Now, I don't want to cast any doubt on this. I still think the secret rares have a lot of room to grow. We've seen this with so many NFTs be
Yeah.
worth millions of dollars.
They'll
There's
be the
still
first ones to a million. They'll be the first ones to a
right.
million. Oh, yeah.
They're still going to go up. All I'm saying is that if you had that same amount of money,
Yeah.
maybe it is better just to stack a lower grade collectible long term to give you that liquidity to change direction if things change.
Easier entry. You get more of an
Yeah.
audience for your collectible when you're trying to sell. That's the liquidity you're talking about. It's crazy. And
And we don't know what kind of investments these may turn into a situation where when you start getting money out, people start running into the
yeah.
app. Maybe people are going to want to do some kind of program where every paycheck they want to dedicate $500 to
Yeah.
NFTs. I mean, that's very forward thinking because
Yeah.
people will do that for their retirement funds. But
I'm
maybe they,
curious. I'm curious.
right?
Sorry to interrupt. No, you're right. It could be like exactly long
Yeah,
term plan for sure. I'm curious to see
yeah.
just how much 97 common Spider-Man would be worth right now. I
Number
just want
97.
no. If I had 97 Spider-Man, right,
Oh
it'd be
yeah,
worth $101,000 versus one secret rare. So you're making over 25K if you had made this move and bought 97 at around $95. I
There
know
you
you
go.
might not get them all around there, and this might come down a little bit on dollar cost average, but
There you go.
it's just when you put the numbers together, it's crazy. Like even I'll go back up to Marvel comic, and we'll say how much it costs if I had 350 at 580, right?
Yeah.
For the common, 203 grand versus 67. This is a ridiculous example.
That's a crazy
That's
example.
crazy.
And you know, we love the common
Yeah.
comic. We love it. So you still, I don't think you could just throw a dart and just pick any common. You still got to
Yeah.
use your head and pick the ones that you think are going to be favorable long term. And we're going to see the market may not continue like this. What we're seeing through our actual historical data, the future is not guaranteed. It may not continue that trend, but part of me still thinks that we're in a situation where it can continue with these common stacks beating with the same amount of money the secret rares.
So let's pull up the charts for them. I got your screen showing. So that's the secret rare Spider-Man.
There you go.
Just to give you an idea. All right. So earliest tracked is whatever 9,200, and then the latest of recorded is 75,000.
Yeah.
So and then the common, just pull that up, I guess, quickly. Down, you passed it. Yeah.
Where's it up?
Oh, I thought I saw it. There you go. Yeah.
There it is.
So exactly, it was starting out at where were we? $95 or something.
Yeah, we're over here. $95,
and now we're at $965. It was when we recorded, it was $10.50. So, but still, you guys see when you add it together and see how much it comes out to today, it's a big jump. I guess I'll show the next one. This one, okay. So the first two we showed equal value, I would think, in terms of if somebody wants a Marvel comic one, they have 5 options, obviously.
Yeah.
This next one is just to show you it's not just that way that this works.
Yeah.
Todd McFarlane, I don't know if I spelled that right, but the Todd father, okay? The Todd father of Veve, the first ever collectible. Has anybody ever used that before, the Todd father?
I don't know, but I like it.
I know.
I don't know if anyone's used it, but I like it.
We're going to call it the Todd father. We're going to make merch called the Todd father.
Yeah.
I don't have a Todd. You don't have a Todd. So if someone wants to donate, but anyways, the Todd father, everybody wants the Todd father. I'll show this guy first, okay?
Yeah.
The earliest recorded on there is 1745. So I know for a fact that these aren't the drop date, which now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, December 1st, 2550, and you would have made 46%, which is huge returns in, I think this is 2 months because this was October, right?
It was like October 18th, let's say.
And then today, 11,100. So you're at 636%, right?
Yeah.
Versus Batman Who Laughs, who made people laugh. That this is even being compared, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. This is ridiculous.
But as of October, okay, October was $75. All right.
Yeah.
December 1st. This is my favorite one, by the way. If you haven't, December
1st,
he went down. He went down. Okay, December 1st. This guy was you lost 11%. December 1st. Okay.
Yeah.
So as of December 1st, if we were to do this video then, we would have not done this comparison, obviously, but we're doing an equal comparison among all collectibles on this chart. Today's $510, and that puts him at $680. So you're making 50% more money.
Isn't that just insane?
Owning 23 Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna stress it again. If you go in one shot and you just start buying up everything, you're gonna move the floor and you're gonna erode these returns. But imagine you went and you did 10 of or whatever is required, 20, 30 of all the different ones that we talked about. Yeah. So you don't move the floor too much on each of them. Whoever did that would be in a pretty good position right now. They would be beating if the equivalent of just owning the secret rares, which it's hilarious when you compare the Todd to the Batman.
Yeah, I guess we'll show it on your screen quickly, and we'll get into the last example here. You might be surprised by this one. So there's the Todd. There's the Todd right there. You can see his chart, and I guess pull up Batman. I think he's 86. There he is.
Oh, 86 or 89?
Maybe 89.
89, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is he? There he is.
Yeah. So there's his chart, and he dropped a little bit too. So this is pretty live. I thought that they were a little bit delayed on ecomi week because we just did this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So things are dropping as we speak here.
Yeah.
But regardless, like he's in the ballpark. You know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
he's even with that number. I think he's still more if you were to add up 23 of him.
So 70,
Which is
74 to 488 here.
which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All right. So this is just something that we're noticing and maybe take into account when future drops happen. I'm curious to see what it is for like Storm, for Invisible Woman, but these are not like grails. So we want to do it just for the grails because that's the question we get a lot in the comments.
Yeah.
So another grail and sub grail even. I mean, I think the thing with the reason I wanted to do this one is because Walt and Mickey I think has the highest market cap on Veve. So there's like 4,000 of them or something of Walt and Mickey.
4,333.
Yeah, and he is obviously trading at a premium, 29 grand ish. So that gives it the highest market cap on the app. So I wanted to compare it to something obviously lesser wanted with the Elsa, and she's a common, has more additions. So that's the reason why I wanted to use this as a comparable. And she started around 320, Walt around 2,400, and this would be since inception because inception was after October. So these ones are actually inception. So December 1st, you are at 874, and you're better off with Walt by about 50% here. So Walt is proving to be worth it if you're looking for one grail by December 1st. And then today, Elsa's around 3,700, and she's at 1150. So I just wanted to show like, okay, Walt's the number one market cap on the app. So you know his price is inflated. And still Elsa is like not too far behind. So even if you have a comment that isn't as and they're not even comparable. Okay. If there was like a common Mickey and Walt, then it would be comparable. But Elsa versus Mickey and Walt, I think it's not really too comparable. I just want to show an example of a common versus Walt and have it kind of be in the ballpark, and you can see that they're pretty close. They're pretty similar, and like even here, you're pretty close. Here it's a little bit of a sore thumb, and even here, like especially Marvel Comic 1, that's a huge disparity. But I mean, it's proven that I think overall, besides the number one collectible market cap wise on the app, Common has proven to hold its worth, if not bring better returns. And that's kind of the summary I want to show. I mean, we'll pull up your screen for the charts. There's the partner statue.
Yeah. So here's the partner statue. Obviously pretty low. I mean, this was only from December 1st. It was not even a full month, but we had 2,400. It went up pretty quickly within a day, right, to 44. And then there you go, 7,800, 8,400, and then by now you're at 30,000.
And Elsa, I guess.
And then Elsa.
Very similar charts, right? I mean, considering that it's a common versus the Holy Grail. If you do have a Mickey and Walt, you are in rare territory when it comes to secret rares or ultra rares versus commons. But again, like it's an ultra rare, right? It's not even a secret rare. So like the secret basically, or the Todd was a grail too. I mean, it's just crazy to compare these things and see what happens.
Well, I think there's people in this situation right now. Like, let's say you did have, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the dollar amount is. Maybe it's 10 grand, maybe it's 30 grand. This is a lot of money for a lot of people. It's a lot of money for me. I don't even think I would go and do that. But there are people out there that are doing, I'm going to go pump 30 grand in right now. If they're in that decision, they're just starting, they may seriously want to consider it, even though their eyes are going to widen to go for a crazy like 30 grand grail, like the partner statue. Maybe they would be better off getting a more well-rounded portfolio of collectibles. You could still pick up ones that are 5,000, 6,000, which is insane. Or on a lower scale, if say you had 5,000 to do, maybe you'd be better off instead of 5,000, spreading it out amongst multiple well-rounded collectibles.
Exactly. The thing is, and I've heard other YouTubers say this, what's going to double first? What's going to 5x first? What's going to 10x first, right? Are you going to 10x a secret rare Spider-Man as quickly as you can 10x a common? Probably not, but at least that's what our charts show. Our history has shown. over time, you're better off in the Spider-Man set, at least with the common, as far back as October. If you have equal value, if I was to buy $9,200 of common, I'm better off. It's a money thing. But anyway, just wanted to share the information with you guys. Obviously, something we've been thinking about for a while. Wanted to do a pretty well put together video on the subject and not just throw it out at you. So let us know what you think. What do you think of the results from this quick little summary? And what would you do if you had I guess $75,000 for a secret rare Spider-Man? Is it better to buy 75 commons or one secret rare? I want to know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, and I just want to say we're bullish on Veve. So the truth is, whatever you buy, I think you're gonna be okay. But I also
not financial advice.
This is not financial advice. This is our observation, and we don't want to just come out because there's a lot of people out there that are gonna think we're crazy. We thought we were crazy, but we looked at the historic data. And we have to assume this for now based on what we're seeing. That doesn't mean the future can't change. It doesn't mean that.
If you get a bunch of celebrities in here, they could pump only the secret rares. And
who knows, right? Maybe someone's going to come in and pump that. And if if what the market changes, its mindset on how they value these, and for whatever reason, the secret rare cults just blow up, right?
Yeah. So we promised we would bring whatever information we come across to you guys, the viewers. If you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button if you just found us. I know we're getting discovered every day by new people. We really appreciate it. It gives us motivation to post more. Smash the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit drier. It's more numbered talking, but something that we thought would bring value.
One more thing. I just want to thank Nathan Mue, who gave us a comment yesterday on whether he should be buying grails or stacking up things that have potential. So
really good timing because this video has been in production. We've been thinking about how to present it, and right when you post it, next day video's out. So if you guys really want to see something, put it in the comments because we'll probably do a video.
We love the comments
on it. So like we said, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.